Why do some people make more in a single week than others do in a whole year? Why does one person struggle for decades while another finds a way to multiply their income again and again? The answer is not luck. It is not connections. It is not even talent. The difference comes down to one skill, the ability to sell. Selling is not about pushing products. It is not about tricking people. It is the single most important skill in wealth building. If you master it, you can create freedom. If you ignore it, you will always depend on someone else for your paycheck. Think about this. An executive at a large company may earn $100,000 a year. To most people, that sounds like a dream. But for the company, that amount is less than 5 minutes of revenue. The executive works for the company, but the people who drive revenue keep the lights on. Those people are the ones who sell. Your salary has a ceiling. Even with promotions and raises, there is a limit. But sales income can scale without limit. That is why real wealth builders pay attention to it. Look at real estate agents in North America. Some close just a few deals a year and make an average living. Others master their craft and earn several $1,000,000 annually. Same license, same industry, but one group learned to sell at a higher level. Think about insurance. Most people view it as boring paperwork, yet insurance salespeople create massive recurring income. They build books of clients that pay out year after year. While many jobs stop paying the day you quit, sales keeps paying. Every dollar a company makes comes from a transaction. Without sales, there is no business. That is why so many entrepreneurs fail. They spend years perfecting a product, but never master how to sell it. The passive path is about showing you how money really works, and selling is at the core of financial independence. Once you understand it, you stop asking for permission to earn. You create your own stream of income. If your income has a ceiling, you are not truly free. But if you master sales, you remove the ceiling. Most people believe products create wealth. They think if the product is good enough, people will naturally buy it. That is a dangerous myth. Look at the history of business in America. There have been thousands of amazing inventions that never became profitable. Why? Because no one figured out how to sell them. Edison is remembered for the light bulb, but what really made him rich was not the bulb itself. It was the system of power plants and wiring that forced people to pay for electricity every single day. The product was only the entry point. The real wealth came from creating a way to sell over and over again. The same is true today. Think about Tesla cars. The vehicles are impressive, but the real play is the charging network and software updates. Customers keep paying long after the initial purchase. That is selling designed into the system. Look at Amazon. Millions of sellers put products on the site, but Amazon controls the platform that collects fees from every transaction. The best product on Amazon can still fail if no one sees it. Visibility and selling power matter more than perfection. This is why so many startups fail. They obsess over features, they raise money to improve design, but they never solve the most important question. How will customers actually hand over money? In North America, you can walk through trade shows filled with brilliant gadgets that never make it to market. Not because they lacked quality, but because no one built a process to sell them. The world does not reward the best product. It rewards the product that sells. Selling is not about products. Selling is about solving problems. Think of a doctor. A doctor does not run after patients waving a bottle of pills. A doctor asks questions. They diagnose pain, prescribe a solution. The medicine is only the tool. What the patient really buys is relief and health. The same is true in business. When you sell bottled water, you are not selling the water itself, are selling relief from thirst. At a baseball game, on a hot day, people will pay $10 for a bottle. In a grocery store, the same bottle costs $1. The difference is not the product. The difference is the problem being solved. A homeowner with a leaking roof does not care about the technical details of shingles. They care about keeping their family dry. If you speak to their problem, they will listen. If you speak only about your product, they will ignore you. An entrepreneur in technology may build software, but the customer is not buying code. They are buying saved time. They are buying fewer headaches. They are buying peace of mind. The moment you shift your mindset from selling things to solving problems, you gain leverage. You stop being another salesperson. You become a trusted advisor. Once you stop selling and start solving, people beg to pay you. Every customer carries pain points. Pain points are the real reasons people buy, not the surface excuses, but the deeper problems they want solved. If you sell gym memberships, you are not selling treadmills or dumbbells. You are selling confidence. You are selling energy. You are selling the hope of a longer life. If you sell mortgages, you are not selling interest rates. You are selling stability. For a family, you are selling the dream of owning a home without fear of eviction. If you sell home repairs, you are not selling nails and tools. You are selling peace of mind when storms hit. Selling safety for children sleeping under the roof. Many sellers get stuck chasing price shoppers. They answer questions directly. They race to the bottom, but the customer focused only on price often walks away or never becomes loyal. The real opportunity lies with people who feel deep pain and want relief. Those customers pay more. They stay longer. They tell others about you. The more clearly you can describe someone's pain, the more they trust you. Sometimes you must describe their problem better than they can. When they hear you explain it, they believe you hold the solution. If you know their pain better than they do, you will win their wallet. Most people think selling means talking. The truth is, selling means asking questions. When you ask questions, you control the conversation, you shift focus away from the product and onto the customer. Learn what matters to them instead of guessing. In real estate, a rookie agent shows 10 houses and hopes one fits. A skilled agent asks, what do you need most in a home? How long do you plan to stay? What worries you about buying right now? With those answers, the agent can guide the buyer straight to the right property and close faster. In consulting, a beginner talks endlessly about their services. Expert asks, what is the biggest challenge in your business right now? What would solving that be worth to you? The client ends up explaining their own need for the consultant. In retail, the average salesperson lists features. A better approach is asking what made you start looking today. What problem are you hoping to solve, then connecting the product directly to that pain. Questions build trust. They make the customer feel understood. They reveal opportunities no product pitch could uncover. Questions make you rich. Statements keep you broke. There are 3 levels of selling: function, emotion, money. At the first level, you focus on what the product does. A car drives from place to place, a phone makes calls and sends messages. This level is basic and easy to copy. Anyone can describe features. At the second level, you sell emotion. A car is not just transportation. It is freedom to explore on your own terms. It is pride when neighbors see it in the driveway. A phone is not just a device, it is connection with family. It is status when it shines in your hand. At the third level, you sell money. You show how the purchase will either make money or save money. A car can reduce repair bills compared to an old one. A phone can replace other devices and cut costs. An investment course can help someone earn thousands back. Look at Apple when they release a new iPhone. The features are only part of the story. They highlight colors that trigger emotion. They promise trade and values that ease the cost. They touch all 3 levels in one product. Look at Starbucks. The coffee itself costs less than $1 to produce, yet people pay $5 to $10. Why? Because they are buying the feeling of comfort, the image of belonging, convenience of a quick stop that saves them time. The deeper the level you sell on, the higher the price you can charge. One person can sell a lot, but real wealth comes when you build a system that sells without you. At first, you may be the only one making calls. You may be the only one closing deals. That is how every entrepreneur starts. But if you stay stuck doing it all yourself, you remain self-employed instead of free. The next step is training others to do what you do. Teach them the questions to ask. Teach them how to uncover pain points. Teach them how to guide customers to solutions. Wealthy people build sales machines. They create scripts. They build commission plans. They design incentives that keep their teams hungry. Insurance agencies do this. A single agent can only sell to so many families, but an agency with dozens of agents can serve entire regions. The owner earns a share of every policy sold without making the calls personally. Real estate brokers do this. They recruit agents under their license. They train them to close. The broker earns part of every sale while spending time on strategy instead of showings. Owners build systems, employees run systems. That is the difference between a salesperson and a business builder. When you stop being the only seller, you start becoming an owner. Today, selling no longer requires a storefront. The internet has become the biggest sales floor in history. On TikTok and YouTube, people with no business background build audiences and turn them into income. A teenager reviewing video games can earn more than a corporate manager. A parent sharing cooking tips can attract sponsors and sell products across the country. Digital products make this even easier. An online course, a downloadable guide, a membership community. All can be sold repeatedly without inventory or shipping. Affiliate marketing allows you to sell without owning the product. Recommend tools you already use. You share links, you earn a commission every time someone buys through you. Small businesses in North America are thriving on these models. Fitness trainers sell coaching sessions online. Artists sell digital prints directly to fans. Consultants sell expertise through webinars. The passive path itself exists because of digital reach. Content builds trust. Trust leads to sales. And sales online can scale far beyond what one person could achieve face-to-face. You do not need a physical store anymore. The internet is your sales floor. Sales is not just for salespeople. It is a wealth-building skill for everyone. An investor must sell ideas to partners and lenders. If they cannot present a project persuasively, money will not flow. Entrepreneur must sell their vision to employees. If they cannot convince a team to join the company, will not grow. Even employees in regular jobs sell every day. They sell their skills in interviews. They sell their value in performance reviews. They sell their ideas in meetings. Negotiation is selling. Fundraising is selling. Persuading your children to study is selling. The more skilled you are at selling, the more control you have in life. Without it, you depend on those who can. With it, you can survive in any environment. If you can sell, you can create opportunity anywhere. If you cannot sell, you wait for opportunity from others. If you want to master sales, you need practice. Not once a month, not once a year, every day. Start small. Flip something online, buy a used item, and resell it for more. You will learn what customers ask and how they decide. Role-play conversations. Ask friends to act like customers. Practice asking questions instead of making statements. Build the habit of listening before speaking. Get used to rejection. Not every person will say yes, but every no teaches you something. The faster you collect rejections, the faster you learn what works. Track your numbers. How many calls did you make? How many conversations turned into deals? Measure. So you can improve, build confidence through knowledge. Study your product until you can explain it clearly in 1 minute. Study your market until you know what people truly care about. Surround yourself with sellers. Join communities where people practice sales. Learn from those ahead of you. Adopt their language and their habits. Try different channels. Test ads. Offer services. Sell physical products. The more you experiment, the stronger your skill becomes. Every dollar you earn outside a paycheck brings you closer to freedom. Selling is service, not manipulation. When you help someone solve a real problem, you create value. That value is what they pay for. The ceiling on income is real for most jobs, but sales removes the ceiling. It puts control in your hands. You have seen that products alone do not create wealth. The system around them does. You have seen that solving pain points creates trust, and trust creates sales. You have seen that asking the right questions is more powerful than talking, that emotion and money drive decisions more than features, that building a team turns you from a worker into an owner, that the internet has become the largest marketplace in history. This is the path to freedom. The passive path is about building wealth by mastering skills that keep paying you back. Sales is one of those skills. If you act on even one idea from today, you are closer to financial independence than yesterday. Take the first step. Practice every day. Build the habit of selling by serving, like this video. Subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts, and share it with someone you care about. You are capable of more than you think. The next level of income and freedom is waiting for you. See you in the next video.